Now for the freestyle activity, I continued. Pretend you're like a mermaid or a shark, making waves right behind you. Okay, everyone, make waves right behind you as you kick, I called out. Let's see who makes the biggest splash. Oh, I see you got it, Emmy. You too. Yuko. Very good. Your coach will be very proud of you. Then I glanced at the little girl named Kimi. Kimi, you're not doing anything. Yeah, Kimi, you're not doing anything, you coward. A boy named Tom teased. I'm not a coward, Kimi said. I swam closer to her. Hello there, what seems to be the matter? Tom, you better apologize, I said firmly. Sorry, he muttered. Kimi looked down. I'm leaving! Wait, don't give up, I said gently. She gets this way, one of the classmates muttered. I turned back to Kimi. How am I doing? She asked softly. You're doing great, my dear. I reassured her. All right, kids, let's do some stretches. After the last exercises in the pool, I announced. Miss M, Kimi said, shyly. Is it okay if I call you that? Sure, what do you need help with? Well, my strokes look sloppy and I really wanted to show my sister how much better my breaststroke and butterfly have gotten. But I might need more time. I'm afraid of that deep 12-foot section of the pool. The boys at my school keep saying I'll drown. Do not be afraid. I've been there, I told Kimi. Really? In what ways? I wasn't always a swimmer. I only became a swimmer a year ago. Your coach taught me. I had a rival I wanted to beat. When I was your age, I failed at a lot of things. But deep down, I always wanted to be strong. I just didn't know exactly what my path was yet. I was teased often because of it. You shouldn't let your fear engulf you. So, how will he swim? Back and forth, breaststrokes in shallow waters until we slowly work our way up to the deep end. We swam together, stroke after stroke. And of course, my man, the coach, Coach Tachibana, joined in to check in on us. You're doing fantastic, Kimi, Makoto encouraged. Focus on your form and just keep kicking. I caught up with her, to her amazement, and she swam the whole lap past the deep waters. You did that all on your own? I said. For real life? Am I a superstar? Well, my biscuits, you really did it. I'm just very proud of you, I said warmly. Excellent work, Kimi. Thanks, Coach Tachibana, she replied proudly. In the end, we all played a bit of beach ball before Makoto led the kids to do their stretches for cool down. Class dismiss! Miss M, will you come back and swim with me again? I had so much fun with you. Someday, I hope, I promised. But luckily, that wasn't the last time I saw her. A few days later, after helping Makoto at work, I interviewed at the agency. I had no experience with babysitting, but I mentioned my involvement with the swim club and my time helping Kimi in the pool. And surprisingly, that was enough to secure the job. And guess what? My first assignment for babysitting ended up being her. Her full name is Chocomimi Hyujin. That name sounded familiar. That means she's Satomi's little sister. Usually she stayed with her uncle Satoshi, but he's lately gotten a longer work schedule. The coincidence made me giddy and a little nervous, so of course I called Hana-chan. Hey Hana-chan, you won't believe it! I got the babysitting job. That's wonderful, Ko. I knew you could do it. You know, I do enjoy taking care of my boss's child, Tsukushi, she added. But sometimes I can tell he misses his uncle, or his dad sometimes. I was determined to do my best, so I asked her for some advice. Well, Kimi is a little older than Tsukushi. She's technically a preteen, so probably less pesky and cheeky than a toddler. I thanked her, and then headed to Satoshi's apartment. At the apartment, it was a tall building. At the top floor is what Satomi told me, but there was no room number. My fear of heights didn't help. As I made my way up, for a moment I felt a little dizzy, almost like I was going to fall. After wandering nearly 10 minutes, I finally reached Satoshi on the phone. He directed me down the other hallway to the left. Talk about a goose chase.
Matsuoka-san, good to see you,
Satoshi greeted as he opened the door. Satoshi-san, pleasure meeting you, I replied.
Please take care of her for the day. I'll be gone. For half of it, he explained.
I nodded. I'll take good care of her. Inside I called out, Kimi-chan! Where are you? She peeked up with a stack of books. Miss M! It's you! I got news! I get to watch you today, so what's the plan? She thought for a moment. Before you got here, I was reading this book about crafts. I want to do an art project. That sounds fun. Origami, maybe? I loved that when I was your age. She handed me the book, and I opened to the page that's labeled Hansan, which means sailboat. That sounds really interesting, baby. Oh, that looks fun, and I love collages, so maybe we could cut out water from magazines and glue it down, and then add it to the boat. We were cutting and gluing and creating. The sailboat reminded me a lot of my father, how he returned from sea with fresh fish, even in his little tiny canoe. That gave me another idea. Kimi-chan, do you have paint? Tempera paint's okay, she said, hurrying off. Perfect. We painted fish in the water. I stroked the brush slightly, remembering the colors from long ago. I'm sure you'll get 100% on this, I complimented her. She grinned. By the way, can we go to the library and the toy store? She asked. Sure, as long as you stay by me. I have a good friend at the library. It'd be nice to see her. Seriously? Is she a swimmer too? Yes, I swam with her. And so did your sister, Satomi. That's so cool, I want to go! So we walked together, and she wanted to exchange manga. I was looking for a textbook for my research book for my project. The library was busy, full of quiet readers. Suddenly, a familiar voice called him. It was Kisame. It's nice to see you, Kisame.
Same here. I came to look for some books for my cultural studies class. And just easy as well. Who's the child with you?
Mrs. Kimi.
Ah, well then, since we're both looking for Zia, maybe we can find her together.
Sure. So we headed to the children's section where Zia was about to read a story to a group of kids. Kisame and I decided to stay to listen. It went something like this. A struggling restaurant owner feared that he would lose his business until an older man arrived and paid for his meal with a paper crane. The older man claimed that when he clapped, the crane would come to life and dance. The magic worked and crowds came from all over to watch the crane. It helped the restaurant thrive. One day, the older man clapped again and then the crane turned back into paper. He told the owner that all he needed was a little bit of luck and the belief in his own efforts to make his business succeed. We all enjoyed the story, especially Kimi. Her eyes sparked with wonder. When the reading ended, Zia looked up and noticed us and smiled warmly. Kimi tugged on Zia's sleeve with admiration. "Can we race?" she asked eagerly. Zia chuckled. "You're pretty silly, young lady. I haven't shown you how I swim. Why don't you show me your swimming instead? Or we could just go to the pool together or something. That sounds much more fun." "Alright, first things first," Zia added kindly. "Let's help you find a good book." Kimi ended up checking out a manga called Chocomimi, about two fashion-loving girls around her age and their everyday adventures. Zia then decided to talk to Kisame afterwards. "I sense something more about them later." "Perfect!" Kimi beamed. "Now let's go to the toy store!" She insisted on us going together. "I don't want to go by myself. It's just too tempting," she admitted shyly. I understood completely. When I was younger, I felt the same way. I remember when I did my first errand for Mom, Rin had to come with me to the market so I wouldn't feel nervous. We picked up a few items and then Kimi remembered, "Oh, my friend's birthday's in a few days. We need presents." The closest shop was a cozy toy store. It was packed with dolls, props, and other cute imported goods. "So what does your friend want?" I asked. "Oh, I see this Chibi Maruko-chan furniture set," she said firmly. I put it in my backpack. It barely fit. And then she spotted a magic wand toy for her friend. Then that's when the worker hurried over. Excuse me, Sumimasen! Something! There's a child trying to communicate, and I don't know sign language. Could somebody please help?" I froze. I wish I could help her, is what I thought to myself. Then Hasume confidently stepped forward and began signing to the worker, helping that deaf child communicate. "She wants a doll," Hasume signed clearly. The worker squinted. "But which one?" Hatsume guided the child, and the first letter was an A. The A meant it was something from an anime. And then another sign gesture said it was a car-themed toy. I remember helping Makoto shop for this particular series for his siblings. And then I said the name. Pui Pui Molcar? I guess? The child nodded and then spelled out the character she wanted. Teddy. Hasume led her to the correct shelf and together they found Teddy. The child hugged the plush tightly and the worker was in relief, and then she said, "That was amazing." Oh my stars, I was amazed too. How kind of Hatsume. Hatsume smiled quietly and stepped back. After we finished shopping, I walked Kimi back to her Uncle Satoshi's apartment. The city sunset reflected off the tall building as we reached the door. Kimi looked up with me with a shy smile. "I had so much fun today." hugging me tightly. Will you come back soon? Of course. You did great today, Kimi. Her uncle Satoshi greeted us at the door, thanking me for taking such good care of her. As I walked away, I couldn't stop smiling. Babysitting Kimi ni Hyujin, who was Satomi's little sister, turned out to be one of the most remarkable, yet rewarding experiences in my life. Then Hana-chan called me on the phone to remind me about Sosuke's return too.